Hi guys, welcome back to a class. Today's class is going to be a vinyasa flow. It will be a lot slower than maybe you've practiced before and very mindful in this way of moving more methodically and slow and being present and holding postures just a little bit longer and then syncing them together and bringing them into a flow. And it's really important that when you're practicing yoga, each of the poses you're learning how to do them that's right for your body and do them with good mechanical movement. In other words, not moving like a robot, but moving with safe alignment in order to place the body in positions to where the muscles are supporting us, holding us up, rather than our joints and our bones. So let's get started in Hero's Pose. Put a block or a pillow underneath your butt, or you could just sit on your feet here. Bring your palms on top of each other in your lap and close your eyes. Starting the practice off with some silence and stillness and becoming present into your body. Breathing slow and steady throughout the nose. Filling your lungs up, almost full, and emptying your lungs. Gently open your eyes. Raise your arms over your head, stretch your arms up high. Turn the back of your arms forward. Bring your right arm down to your side and stretch long up and over to your right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, other side, left hand down, reach up and over to your left. You want to lift out of your joints and out of your bones, so you're not sinking in your body, you're reaching up and using the foundation of the floor. Good. Now come onto your hands and knees. Curl your toes and stretch back to downward facing dog. Hands as wide as the shoulders, feet as wide as the hips. Feel free to bend your knees deeply and stretch the hips back. I like to look right between my toes, so I'm not tucking my chin and I'm not looking up at my hands, putting all this pressure on the back of my neck. Bring your feet together. Lean forward into plank and hold here for 5 breaths. Plank's just a very good pose to help warm up the body, the core, all the abdominal muscles and shoulders. Back to downward dog. Inhale, plank. Lower your knees, exhale, child's pose. Holding here. Just let everything relax. Come back up to your hands and knees. Let's stretch our wrists out, flip the fingers back, thumbs out. The further your knees are from your hands, the more of a stretch you're gonna feel, essentially. So if it's too much pressure, bring your knees more forward and it will become a little bit less strenuous on the wrists. Now curl your toes, release the hands, reach back and pull the toes forward. So we're gonna stretch out the toes here. Bring some weight back into the feet. This might feel super intense, depending on how flexible your ankles and toes are. Take the right arm forward, left palm goes on top of the knuckles, and we'll stretch the forearm to the top. Changing sides. And release. Come back to your hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Walk your dog, bend opposite knees. Get some blood flowing through the legs. Feet together. Walk to the front of your mat. Bend your knees super deep and just let everything hang down here. Shoulders hang, head hangs. Breathing fluently through the nose. Let's come into a little squat. Bring your toes so they're touching the corners of the mat. Heels are in. Palms together. Lift through the chest. Sink down through the back of the hips. Hands come down, straighten your legs. Now we're just going to kind of flow through that a few times. Inhale, bend your knees, squat. Exhale, straighten your legs. 2 more times, inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands to your hips. Press through your feet and come all the way up to standing. Step the feet together at the top of the mat. Release the arms down by the side, Tadasana. Stand tall. Salutation A, inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen out. Plant your hands, step back to plank. First one, we're gonna go nice and slow. Lean forward, bend your elbows to where the ribs and the elbows are right next to each other. Draw the lower tummy in. Come onto the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the chest, engage the quads, roll the shoulders back, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Roll over the toes, 5 breaths here. Lower belly is in, breathing into the diaphragm, stimulating the nervous system. Warming up the body from the inside out rather than the outside in, with the temperature of your room possibly being 100 degrees like Bikram yoga. This is what it sounds like. So essentially you want your breath, when you're breathing Ujjayi Pranayama, which is what that is, loud enough to where somebody next to you can hear you, but someone on the other side of the room can't hear you. That's about how loud you want to do it. It's not the hyperventilating, it's just to really focus the body and warm up the nervous system. Lift the heels, bend the knees, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise your arms forward and up. Exhale, hands start. Just one more A. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten the back, plant the hands, step back to plank, lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, shoulders back, heart up. Exhale, downward dog, 5 breaths. Look forward, step your right foot between your hands, come onto your fingertips. Left foot is back pretty dang far. Get the hips as low as the front knee. Reach your arms back by your sides, palms facing each other. Imagine like you're taking your biceps and squeezing them into your rib cage, like you're holding pencils in your armpits. Let the shoulder blades drop down the spine and slowly upright your torso over your hips. Reach your arms forward. Bend the elbows. Cross the left elbow over the right elbow into eagle. Lunge deeper into your front knee. Release the bind, circle the arms up over the head, inhale. And open up to warrior 2, drop the back heel down as you exhale. 5 breaths here. These poses you want to hold for a little while so you can get stronger in them instead of always just moving into one pose and out of the other pose. So here, I want you to imagine like there are 2 ropes on the inside of your front hips pulling the skin and pulling the inner thighs away from the pubic bone. And we're stacking our head all the way on top of our whole spine, on top of the sacrum. Turn the palm up, inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Step back in vinyasa. Downward dog. It's a little bit hard for me to breathe and talk at the same time. Just saying. Look forward, step the left foot forward onto the fingertips. Let the hips really sink down, press through the back heel, reach the arms back by the side. You want to imagine like a refrigerator, you're opening the fridge. Imagine like your back shoulders are refrigerators and you're opening up across your chest by drawing the shoulders back and down. Upright your torso over your hips, pause. Reach your arms forward. Bend the elbows. Cross the right elbow over the left elbow. This is an eagle bind with the arms in a crescent eye lunge. You want to look right between that hole between your wrist and forearm and look at one spot that's not moving. It's called your drishti, where your eyes are always looking purposefully in every pose. Open up to warrior two. I'm so sorry. Circle the arms overhead. Inhale and exhale, warrior two. Here we go. Now you can see better on this side. So I want to instruct you through these poses so you really know how to do them. Imagine like there's a chair under this. You sit down into the chair, but this encouragement of the inner thighs stretching away from each other helps lift the spine, the rib cage, the whole torso. Stretch through the arms. And a lot of times where we're looking with our eyes, our body naturally goes in that direction. So don't let your body go forward. Keep your spine stacked over your hips here. So it's not leaning forward with your ribs, but it's right over the pelvis. Left arm up, inhale, reach up. Exhale, vinyasa. Good. Let's do a little bit of core work here. Coming into plank, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Step back to plank. Left knee to your left elbow. Step back to plank. Side plank, Vashisthasana. Right hand to the middle of the mat. Stack the feet on top of each other. Stretch the left arm up. Long through the spine and the legs. Slowly come back to plank. Do a push-up here. Changing sides. So this position is the same position as when I'm standing on my feet. You see? So I'm trying to keep the legs actively reaching through all the way past the mat and my spine and head reaching in the opposite direction. Pushing through the floor with the bottom hand to use the muscles and get out of the joints. Come back to plank. One more push-up. You can put your knees down if you need to. Downward dog. Bring the feet together. Look forward, step or jump forward. Bend your knees, chair pose. Reach your arms up over your head. In your chair, simply imagine as if you're sitting back to putting your butt on the edge of a chair, reaching through your arms. Straighten your legs, bring your hands to your heart. Surya Namaskar B. The salutations, the A and the B, are simply to get our blood flowing and just warm up our body. It's connect our breath with each movement. So let's do that. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Plant your hands, step, or bend your knees deeply, and jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's take the right leg high. Inhale. Step the foot forward. Drop the back heel down. Come up for warrior one. Reach your arms up. Holding here, I'm going to teach this pose to you. So in warrior one, it's not warrior two. Kind of similar though. The back toes are pointing slightly forward. The back leg is super straight. And only then do we bend the knee deeper. Once the back knee bends and the heel comes out, you've gone too far forward. So that's a tip for you with warrior one. Hands come down. Second time through, we won't hold them. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. And usually we don't let the leg high, but it's kind of nice. Left leg high, step forward, back heel drops down. Inhale, raise your arms, holding here. So same thing, engaging the back quad, anchoring back through the heel of the back leg, and lunging deeper into the front knee. Stretch up through the arms, bring your hands down, step back in vinyasa. Inhale and exhale. 5 breaths usually here. Feet together, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, straighten your legs, bring your hands to your heart. Now we'll flow through it without any teaching of the mechanics. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Plant your hands, step or jump back, vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog, right leg high. Step the foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg high, immediately step the foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog, 5 breaths. Last breath. Feet together, bend the knees, step or hop. Inhale to lengthen your spine, long through the chest. Exhale, round your spine and fold. Bend your knees, inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Exhale, straighten your legs, and then bring your hands to your heart. Now we'll do a simple balancing pose. I still have a really bad spider bite on my legs, so we're gonna do tree pose, but a modified variation, which I love modifications, honestly. I don't always like to push my body to the extreme anymore. So bring your right heel on the inside of your bone, hands to your hips, lift through your chest, anchor down through your left heel, and then slide your right sole of your foot to your left inner calf. Now pin your right glute in, good. Take the back of your left hand to your lower back, crawl it up, reach the right arm up and over, and bind your hands if you can. Reopen the knee. Balance. Reach your arms forward, stretch your right leg forward. Try not to fall back. Lift forward and up. And then release. Good job, guys. Okay, second side. Balancing poses, I don't love, but I love how I feel after. Makes me feel like grounded, you know? Left toes out, heel to inner ankle, hands to hips. First, balance on the right foot, so you feel like that's the only thing on the floor. And then slide the foot up to the inside of the calf. So, this is a hip opener. Even though it may not feel like it, squeeze your left glute. Lengthen like warrior two, your inner thigh to your inner knee. Perfect. Take the right hand to your lower back. Walk it up a little. Left arm up. And bind if you can. I can't really bind on this side, but I do feel the stretches in the shoulders. It feels great. Reach your arms forward, balance, left leg forward. Lift up to your pubic bone through your chest. Lift that leg a little higher. And lower down. Take your feet wide, hands to your hips. Pivot your left leg in from the hip. Right leg turns all the way out. Stretch the arms out to the side. Draw the outer right hip into the socket. Take the right hand down to the bottom of the shin and look up at your left hand. Encourage your right foot to be fully mounted on the floor and don't let the weight go to the outside of the right foot. Keep it evenly on the sole. Look down. Slowly rise back up. Turn the right leg and back to neutral. Now from the hip, turn the back foot forward. Turn the left leg all the way out. Again, draw your left hip back. Lift it up on the quad here. Bring the left hand down. And the foot is pointing straight forward. The weight is evenly distributed on the foot. Look up to the right hand. Lengthen through the spine. Look down. Inhale, rise back up. Turn the leg in. Good job. Clasp your hands behind your back. And now as you inhale, take your shoulders, roll them up and back and down. And as you exhale, lift your knees, flex your quads, and fold. Prasarita C. Inhale, rise back up. Awesome job. Release your hands. Step to the front of the mat. Bring your palms together and close your eyes. Notice the way that you feel as opposed to before starting class. Maybe you feel a sense of peace, calmness, emotions stabilized, and whatever's going on in your life, or things that just draw us out of the moment. Notice how those things aren't necessarily doing it as much these last 30 minutes or whatever it's been. And that's a beautiful thing. Release the hands down. Inhale, raise your arms forward and up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, lengthen forward. Step back to downward dog. Now, bring your knees down. Come onto your forearms. Hands as wide as the shoulders. Same thing with the elbows. And lift your hips back up. A little inversion here. Holding here and dolphin for 5 breaths. Feet together. Stretch your left leg up. Just a couple breaths, you can do it. Change sides. Right leg, almost there. Whew, bring the foot down. Knees and feet together. Bring your forehead down. Arms back by the feet, palms up. Let the shoulders anchor and roll down. Now we're going to do a gentle back bend here. Stand up on your knees, curl your toes, bring your hands to your hips, lift through the chest, send the hips forward. Thumbs are on top of your butt, and I want you to lengthen the skin of your butt down as you're lifting the heart up to create space in the lower back. Let the elbows essentially draw back. Maybe you can lean back a little more. Stretch your arms up. Keep lifting up rather than back. And release down. Come on to the butt. I ate a burrito like 30 minutes before this. Don't eat like at least a couple hours before you practice unless it's something super light, because it sucks. You know, it's like not fun practicing with a full belly. Let's do a little twist, simple. Bend the right knee and just hug the knee in. Holding yourself up by pulling the knee in. Now take the right hand behind you and use the back arm to help you twist slightly. Now, take your left hand, grab the outside of your right foot, stretch the leg forward, and reach the right arm back. A little balancing, super easy, but it feels so nice because you get this stretch down the outside fascia line of the IT band. It just feels really great. And don't let your lower back round. Try to really keep lifting up out of the lower back, and you'll feel this sensation even more. And then release. Other side, left knee comes in. Hug the knee into your chest. Your back will be a little rounded here. Just to start to integrate in to the beginning of the twist as it gets a little deeper. Left hand comes behind you. Using that left arm to help you sit up tall. Grab the outside of the foot. Leg straightens forward, looking back, left arm reaches back. And as you continue breathing mindfully and activate the lower back muscles, pushing down through the butt cheek sit bones to lift up out of the lower back. And gently release. Both legs are forward. Reach your arms forward and just start to slowly lower a little bit back and hold there. And slowly lower all the way down to the back. Happy baby. Grab the outsides of the feet through the insides of the legs. Close the eyes. Try to relax. Lower the left foot to the ground, the knee stays bent. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Reach through and grab either the front of your knee or the back of your right leg. Set your head down. Little hip opener. Couple more breaths. And release. Both feet are on the floor here. Let's offset by grabbing the outsides of the mat. Lift the hips in just to a nice gentle bridge. Bring the hips down, take the feet wide. Windshield wiper your knees. Just to reset the hips a little bit. Loosen up the lower back. And then we'll just change sides. Take the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Lift your head, reach through, grab the front of your knee or back of your leg. First, thread the needle. Since we're kind of coming into the end of the practice, the stretches should be pretty gentle. You're not driving yourself to get more flexible and going super intense, you know. And release. Stretch your legs forward. Rest your arms by your side. Palms are facing up in Shavasana. Legs are 3 to 4 feet apart. Super comfortable. Putting the body into a position where we could become physically still and allow our mind to slowly digest the stillness of our body, so our mind can be still and our thoughts can become just things that we watch. Shavasana. Gently bend your knees. Reach your arms over your head. Move your hips to your left and roll over to your side. With your eyes closed, go up to seated. And just notice how you feel. Bring the palms together. Gently lower the head. And lift the chin. Thank you guys. Appreciate you practicing with me. I hope you liked the video and you get some benefit from this practice, whether it's just you're physically feeling more healthy or confident. Most importantly, that you just feel good about yourself, and through the rest of your day, you feel more manageable with your feelings, with your actions, with your behaviors, and less attached to our thoughts, you know. So, and one other thing I wanted to say is when you're practicing Shavasana, in my practice, I like to stay there for no less than 7 minutes, because that's my favorite part of the practice, where it's the most relaxed and at peace that I feel genuinely throughout the day. And I just wanted to share that. Like the video and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can take the next class. I share a yoga class every weekend. I'm going to do that for the rest of the year. Thank you guys.